Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Born from the tragedy of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to helping our nation's heroes and their families in their darkest hours. When a first responder or veteran doesn't return home and leaves behind a young family, Tunnel to Towers supports them. The foundation pays off their mortgages and lifts their financial burdens through their Gold Star Family Home Program and Fallen First Responder Home Program. Through their Smart Home Program, catastrophically injured veterans and first responders regain their independence with a mortgage-free home, specially adapted to meet their unique physical needs. Tunnel to Towers also provides housing assistance and services to our nation's homeless veterans through their Homeless Veteran Program. They are helping more than 2,000 in 2023 because no veteran should be living on the streets of the country they signed up to protect. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good and never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices made by our nation's heroes. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Celebrating over 2 decades of consecutive broadcasts on the great game of horse racing in Las Vegas, the Race Day Las Vegas show thanks all of our listeners and sponsors for your appreciated support.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program on this final day of 2023. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, South Point Studios here at the South Point Hotel Casino on the Strip. And we are getting ready, hour by hour, minute by minute, until tonight's midnight fabulous, spectacular fireworks show to ring in the new year. We welcome you to the show. Before we get started, we want to remind you of a couple of things. First, we want to wish you, everybody here at the South Point, all of our crew and all of us here at Race Day Las Vegas, want to wish you a very happy new year. We want you to stay safe out there, enjoy yourself, and try to be kind to each other because, you know, it's going to be crazy out there tonight. So a little kindness will help. Just enjoy the night, enjoy the moment, but be safe out there. We wish you a happy new year and a happy New Year's Eve as well from Race Day. That starts it out. We want to also remind you that we have a show tomorrow on New Year's Day. That's right. First day of the new year, we'll be here for you because, as you know, horse racing is a big day of racing tomorrow on the first day of January. So we'll be here covering it for you on the Race Day show with a special New Year's Day Race Day Las Vegas show at the same time, 7 a.m. in the mornings, which means I'm going to get to bed early tonight. I'll watch a tape of certainly a tape of the, I thought we went out here, a tape of the fireworks, and then I'll make sure I get to see the ball dropping at 9 o'clock tonight, though, in New York. That's for sure. But here in Las Vegas, let me give you a little hint of what was going on here. First of all, we're expecting about 400,000 here for the festivities tonight. And the fireworks display will be at midnight. It has taken 66 technicians working 5 straight days to get all this fireworks stuff in place over 9 of the Strip's largest hotel rooftops. And they're going to start closing down the off ramps of I-15 to the Strip starting about 5 o'clock today. About 6:30, they're going to close the entire Strip down from the cross streets of Spring Mountain and Tropicana Avenues. All in there will then be closed out, and all traffic in and around the Strip will be halted by 8 p.m. By 8 p.m., so everybody can get out on the street and enjoy themselves. Now, they say it's going to be a 8 to 9 minute extravaganza of fireworks, and these pyrotechnics include, I guess they call it the crossing comets. They're going to have crossing comets, multicolored fireworks, etc. It's going to be a heck of a show. They call the theme of the show "More in 24," and so we hope you enjoy it out here. But just be safe and be careful, okay? Now on to racing. Yesterday, Linda Rice in New York tied the New York Racing Association's record for the most wins by a trainer in the NYRA racetracks in a single year of 164 wins. She did that yesterday. Today, she has a chance to break it. She will have a total, I think, covering 5 races. I think she has 8 horses in for 5 races. We'll have more about that with Jonathan Ardoon a little bit later on. And so before the show, Jonathan and I were trying to put odds on whether she's going to break it or not. I think it's like 1 to 5 that she'll do it today sometime. So she's going to be a new record holder, we think, by the end of the last day of this year. That's for sure. Trainer Richard Baltas will return to the races after his long suspension. He has a couple of horses in the first race today at Santa Anita, so we'll wait and see about that. Going to start the new year, maybe, with an old year victory coming back. We'll wait and see about that as well. And we have great racing across the country. Now, as far as across the country, today, here in Las Vegas, it's cold. It's I think, in the low 40s right now. We're going to get up to the high 50s, maybe 60 before the day, before the sun sets. But it'll be chilly out tonight, so make sure you wear accordingly to some cold weather out there. But no wind is expected, which would halt the fireworks display. We have no wind, and it should be clear skies tonight. As a matter of fact, across the entire United States, now that all that weather has passed through, it looks like it's going to be clear and nice throughout the entire United States tonight. Just a little bit of action going on way up in the Northwest, but nothing to worry about. As far as temperatures, it's going to top out at 70 today in Miami, 45 in New York, where they're starting to line up in Times Square. You've got 35 in Chicago. That's rather chilly there, that's for sure. And in L.A., 61 degrees. Here in Las Vegas, as I say, we'll get up to about 59, 60 before we top out today. And so the weather looks great across the country for the New Year's Eve celebration. And we're going to try to get you some more winners. Our handicappers have been hot, and we want to keep them hot throughout this year and into next year. So we'll wait and see about that. Richie Yang had another winner for us in football. In college, the NFL team didn't quite cover, but we'll get more from Richie. So today we got Jonathan Hardoon on our show, Rich Yang, of course, John Lendo, and Jerry J. And we'll get some more picks out of those guys. Now, taking a look at what happened yesterday. We'll start with Aqueduct. Linda Rice had 2 winners yesterday to tie that record. She had the second race winner paying $460, and she won the last race at a 1080 mutual. Jose Lascano rode both of those horses. Lascano, I guess, is her go-to guy now here in New York. So she tied that record with the 9th race winner yesterday at Aqueduct. You had a 2-day carryover in the Pick 6, remember. And the Pick 6 races started out with an $18.40 winner, then a $22 winner, then $5.60, 10 even, $18.60, and $10.80. Those were the winning prices. The winning numbers were 2, 9, 4, 8, 9, 11. 6 out of 6 paid $43,365.50. when all the dust was settled there. By the way, that late pick 5 at Aqueduct paid a nice price, $4,145.75, along with Jose Lascano having a couple winners. He was the only one, by the way. Oh, no, Manny Franco. Manny Franco and Chad Brown both had 2 winners together yesterday at Aqueduct. And Jonathan Hardoon came up with the winner in the 7th race, Chasing Daylight. Got the job done under Dylan Davis, paying $10 even. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Gulfstream Park yesterday had 5 stakes races. The Rampart Stakes was won by Mary Quite Contrary for Eddie Plisa and Luca Panici, paying $460, outrunning Amorna and Unifying. In the Swanee River, winner there was Full Count Felicia for Brittany Russell, ridden by Ired Ortiz Jr. That was Ortiz's second win of the day, paying $420. That was the favorite as well. Accomplished Girl was second, and Sister Luann was third. In the Augustine Stakes, Fly the W wins the race. Luis Saez's second win of the day. $30.40 for a Luis Saez winner for Robert DeBona. Fly the W winning the St. Augustine, outrunning Me and Mr. C, and County Final. And in the Harlan's Holiday, this is the prep for the Pegasus World Cup race. The Harlan's Holiday was won by O'Connor. O'Connor under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Safi Joseph Jr. paid $920. That outrunning Grand Aspen and New York Traffic. And in the Fort Lauderdale, which was the local prep for the Pegasus World Cup turf, winner there was Main Event. Javi Castellano aboard going wire to wire. Got a nice rationed ride by Javi Castellano here. Main Event for George Weaver, and that was Weaver's second win of the day. Paid $25 even, going gate to wire in the Fort Lauderdale, outrunning King Max and Jerry the Nipper, who finished third in that race. Mandatory payoff on the pick 6 yesterday at Gulfstream. That thing paid $31,356.08 in the Mandy yesterday at Gulfstream. Santa Anita, got to tell you, they came out with all these warnings at Santa Anita. All this, stuff about, well, we might cancel the races, we might not be on the turf, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, it turned out to be almost perfect at Santa Anita yesterday. They did take the first race, the Joe Hernandez, off the hillside turf course, but they did run it on the turf, and they also ran the Bobby Frankel on the turf. And for all intents and purposes, it was a pretty good day out there at Santa Anita as far as track conditions were concerned. All of that flooding and all that rain that came through there obviously missed most of Arcadia because it was an okay day of racing out at Santa Anita, so all the warnings were for naught, really. In the first race, that Joe Hernandez at 6.5 furlongs on the flat turf this time. The winner there was Forbidden Kingdom with Flavian Pratt at 10.60 for trainer Dick Mandela, outrunning Dancing Buck and Turn on the Jets. And then in the third race, the Bobby Frankel at 1 1/8 on the turf. The winner there was Angel Nadashiko with Antonio Fresu aboard for Patty Gallagher, paying $39.80. This one stole the race. Just calmly got out on the lead and paced it just right, and they couldn't catch her. They were trying hard at the end, but Fresu stole the race, gate to wire in the Bobby Frankel there. Later on, Jerry Jackowitz gave us a winner in the 6th race. Delmar Jerry won at Santa Anita for Jerry, paying $4.20 there. And in the 8th race, John Lendo gave us a winner. That winner, Get the Gold, who got the gold at $8.20, giving Giovanni Franco back-to-back wins yesterday at Santa Anita. And the pick 6 at Santa Anita, $3,732.50 for the pick 6 yesterday there. By the way, Rich Eng, his horse did not win the last race at Santa Anita, but was involved in the 3-horse finish at the end. So he was right there. Good live horse. Oaklawn Park yesterday saw the Poinsettia Stakes won by High Class for Christian Torres, $4 even for the winner there. Steve Asmussen's second win of the day there, and Asmussen was winning stakes races not only at Oaklawn, but also at the fairgrounds, I believe. High Class outran Chandana, and finishing third was I'm the Boss of Me at Oaklawn Park yesterday. Only a $50 horse and a $30 horse after all the bombs that happened there at Oaklawn on Friday. At the fairgrounds, Steve Asmussen's other winner in the stakes race yesterday was in the woodchopper at the fairgrounds, Gigante, paying $8.20, with Mr. Morales aboard, outrunning Northern Invader and Point Proven. And in the Pago Hop, the winner there was Tufani for Mike Stidham and Ben Curtis, paying $6.80, outrunning Condensation and Watch This Birdie. Finally, at Laurel, a couple of $100,000 stakes races there. The winner of the Gin Talking, Carmelita, for Sheldon Russell's second win at $6.60 for Robert Reed Jr. And in the Heft Stakes, the winner there was Sweet Saudi J for Jerian Barbosa at $18.40 for Ray Ginter Jr. there. Turfway Park last night, or yesterday late in the afternoon, Holiday Cheer race. The stakes race there, the Holiday Cheer, nighttime wins it for Fernando de la Cruz, paying $9.90. And that was just about the way they went yesterday. By the way, De La Cruz had 4 wins overall at Turfway yesterday. All right, that was yesterday. We need more today. Our handicapper's doing well, and this is the final day of your year 2023. So let's enjoy it with going out a winner. Let's hope for that. And we'll start getting our handicappers started on our racing menu right after we take our first break. And that is coming right now. Remember. South Point Studio at YouTube. Want you to go to YouTube. Go to South Point Studio. When you get there, you can see and hear us. Not only today, but archived as well. Hit subscribe. Do us a favor and hit subscribe. We'll be right back with more for you right after this.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Okay, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and we want to remind you that we will have a show tomorrow. We're going to sacrifice staying up all night and watching fireworks by getting to bed early and being here at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, the first day of the new year for you, because there's a big day of racing tomorrow as well across the country. So let's get started with our, by the way, as you can see the calendar on the screen right now, you'll notice that we have a show tomorrow, but then we'll be off. Normally, our Tuesdays are off, or we'll be off on Tuesday, but we're going to take Wednesday off, too. We usually broadcast Wednesday through Sundays on our normal broadcast schedule, but because we went 7 straight days throughout the holiday from the day after Christmas to, of course, New Year's Day, we'll take Wednesday off. There's a lot of racing that won't be happening there anyhow on Wednesday, and then we'll resume on Thursday, and then we will continue with our Wednesday through Sunday schedule as normal. All right, let's go to the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook simulcast centers and racetracks around the country. Reminding you, as we always do, the first post times we broadcast on this show each and every day reflect that at the Pacific Time Zone because we're in the Pacific Time Zone. This is Race Day Las Vegas. And these will be the first post times that roll out in our Racebook today here at the South Point Pacific Time Zone first post times. But we know you're listening from many different platforms all over the world, which means, different time zones. You might be listening to us here on our radio station, KSHP 1400 AM, Sports Talk 1400, 107.1 FM as well, or maybe our websites that we have set up there, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. How about your iPhone or your Android with the KSHP app that you put on so you can hear us now, and certainly on podcasting everywhere, and certainly here at South Point Studio on YouTube. My goodness. However, wherever, whenever you get us, you might not be in the same time zone as we are, so adjust from the Pacific time zone. I don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. All right? Here we go. We begin with Gulfstream Park. Now, remember, they had that carryover mandatory yesterday in the Pick 6, so they're going to start that anew today. They do have a Super High Five carryover, though. This is not a jackpot, a regular Super High Five carryover from yesterday. That's $14,412. $14,412. I'm getting a frog in my throat. Anyhow, Gulfstream Park, that's the carryover for today. 10 races. Couple of stakes races. They are the Abundatia and the Janus. I'm sure I screwed up that name. Anyhow, they're the 8th and 10th races on the card. The 8th race, 5 furlongs, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, an overflow field of 15. 8-5 favorite there is Twilight Gleaming with Ired Ortiz Jr. And then the 10th race is the Janus Stakes at 5 furlongs on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. And this sees a field of 10, and your 5-2 favorite there is Yes, I Am Free. Gulfstream Parks. Excuse me, first post time is at 9:10. 9:10 first post time at Gulfstream. All right, we continue with Aqueduct. Aqueduct, the Big A in New York. I'm thinking that the weather should be fine there at Aqueduct today. As a matter of fact, the track is fast. Partly cloudy. It'd be 43 degrees by post time at Aqueduct. And, of course, there are no carryovers there. Their stakes race is the Queens County. It's the 8th race on the card at 1 1/8 for 3-year-olds and up. 8 are in the race before any scratches. It's a, competitive race, too. The 3-1 favorite there is Signator with Javier Castellano aboard. First post time at Aqueduct for the 9 races, 9:20. Laurel Park has 9 races today. Laurel Park has a mandatory payout in their Pick 6 jackpot. It's a mandatory payout today in the Pick 6 jackpot at Laurel. That stands at $2,094. Take off the jackpot provision. Best tickets will chop it up the entire pool. 9 races today at Laurel. First post time is 9:25. Tampa Bay Downs is next. Tampa Bay Downs has a Super High Five carryover there today. $11,949. 9 races. First post time 9:30. Oaklawn Park, Hot Springs, Arkansas, got a couple of nice stakes races. The $150,000 Renaissance for 2-year-olds at 6 furlongs is the 7th race on the card. 7 go to the post. And the 8-5 favorite there is Valentine Candy with Joel Rosario at Oaklawn today. In the 9th race is the Year's End Stakes for 2-year-old fillies at 1 mile. And 7 go to the post in that one. Denim and Pearls is the 2-1 favorite there with Flavian Pratt. So you got Rosario and Pratt both at Oaklawn today. First post time for the 10 races at Oaklawn is at 10:30. Fairgrounds in New Orleans, 10 races. The Fairgrounds has a first post time of 10:45. The final race of the day and the final race of the year there at Fairgrounds is the feature race, the $100,000 Louisiana Futurity at 6 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies. This says for 2-year-old fillies. The 4th race is also a stakes race at 6 furlongs for 2-year-olds. And in this race, you got the favorite, lukewarm, 7-2. That's Freeburn at Fairgrounds. That's the 10th on the card. A couple of stakes races, actually. The 4th and 10th races at Fairgrounds. First post time is at 10:45. Then we get to Santa Anita, the great race place. First post time is 12 high noon. 9 races today at Santa Anita. The feature race is the Shamrock, the Lady of Shamrock Stakes. A mile on the turf for 3-year-old fillies. A field of 6 in that. 3-5 favorite is Ruby Nell with Edwin Maldonado aboard. 9 races today at Santa Anita, and a first post time there of 12 high noon today. 12 high noon at Santa Anita. Golden Gate has 8 races. Golden Gate has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $5,473. Golden Gate's first post time is 12:45 for their 8 races. We wrap it up tonight at Los Alamitos. Los Alamitos has a first post time of 5:15 for 9 races, 2 thoroughbreds, 4 mixed breed, 3 quarter horses. and they will seed the pick six at Los Alamitos tonight with $10,000. So there's already $10,000 sitting in the pick six pool tonight at Los Al. It's a regular pick six, not a jackpot. 10 grand already in there. And again, first post time at Los Alamitos is at 5:15. That is your final menu of 2023 for horse racing. Today, we now go out to Jonathan Hardoon. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm getting a little of a bug in my throat. I guess it's kind of dry out here, but that's for sure. But I'll take a swig of coffee when you're talking. I'll be okay. In any case,
Good thing you have that cough button, by the way.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, it comes in handy. Anyway, Linda Rice, she's got to win it today, right? Got to be a new record holder.
Well, she's got 8 chances in 5 races, and she's only has to win 1 race. So I would say chances are she's going to break it. She's dropping horses, to get it done. She did the same thing in Saratoga, Ralph. She wanted to win the title this year. I think she actually tied with Chad Brown. And on closing day, she was dropping horses to get them in spots to win. And it's an important thing for her, and good for her.
But she'll tell you that she just runs horses in spots where they are best to win at, right?
Yeah, when you win 166 races in a year, chances are you're running them in the right spots.
Exactly. That's for sure. Anything you learned yesterday at Aqueduct that can apply to today as far as handicapping is concerned?
Actually, the track was even yesterday, and for the most part, the last couple of weeks, it's been major speed bias. But the last couple of days, I'm sure they're adding chemicals, and the temperature's actually warming up, so it's kind of thawing out. It was frozen earlier, and they had the off tracks. Now it seems like it's an even track, and you can win from anywhere, and that's a good thing.
Well, today we've got the Queens County for 3-year-olds and up at 1 1/8 miles, and this is an 8-horse field here. And you're hitting the microphone there with the.
I'm sorry.
With your sheets. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Now you're okay. Queens County.
It's an interesting race, and the number 6 horse in there, Kinetic Sky. Richard Dutra ran this horse back on December 28th. That's I believe 3 days ago.
Yeah.
He used to do this in the past. He would run them back. He'd run on a Sunday and then run back on a Monday or Tuesday at Delaware after winning at Aqueduct. Well, he's doing it today with Kinetic Sky. And old-time trainers used to do it all the time. He's doing it now, and at 5-1, I think he's a heck of a play. Kinetic Sky in the 8th race.
Are we going to make that maybe a selection for you?
We could. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, come on, give us a bonus. It's the last day of the year. Okay, so you like in the 8th race, the 6 Kinetic Sky. Jose Lezcano aboard. Boy, Lezcano's having a heck of a meet as long as he's riding first for Linda Rice, huh?
Well, with Jose Ortiz going to Florida, usually he's Linda Rice's main guy. It's her nephew, I guess.
Yeah.
He's married to her niece through marriage. So he was getting all the live mounts, but when he's not in town, Lezcano takes over as her main man.
There you go. And Lezcano don't even have to marry a family member. All right. Give me your official pick at Aqueduct today.
9th race, another Dutro horse. We're going to have a Dutro late double today, Ralph. Number 10, Proud Foot, a 5-year-old mare, was claimed 2 starts back by Dutro. First start for Dutro, she ran lights out. She draws a good outside box going 7 furlongs. She's going to be forwardly placed. She's listed at 5-1 on the morning line. Manny Franco aboard to ride. I like number 10, Proud Foot, to send you home a winner from Aqueduct's 9th and final.
Well, we hope that Proud Foot has fleet feet and wins the 9th and final. The 10-horse Proud Foot, Manny Franco aboard for Jonathan Hardoon's official pick. Guess what, Jonathan? You gave me a Dutro Hardoon Siraco late double to finish up the year with a winner at Aqueduct. How about that?
Yeah, and by the way, closing day at Aqueduct, the last day of the year, everything goes out the door. The pick six, nothing carries. So
it's a mandatory.
Yeah, they close the books today after the 9th and final.
I think a lot of the racetracks probably do that because of the tax ramifications at the end of the year for the state taxes and all that stuff there. I think that's basically the case at most racetracks that are in a state that has that.
Not California, believe it or not, but a lot of like Laurel's doing it, like you said. Aqueduct does it. Right.
It's not a federal as much as a state, requirement. So, okay, so Aqueduct, everything goes out the door, and we're going to take some money with us in that late double as well. Jonathan Dardoon's pick, 8th race, the 6th, 9th race, the 10. Anything else?
Yeah, we'll go to Santa Anita, and not often when I'll be interested in a 5-horse field. However, when I like the longest shot in the field in a 5-horse field, well, then the race becomes playable. And in the 8th race today, a mile on the main track, number 3, Oviatt Class, a 4-year-old colt from the Vladimir Serin barn. Umberto Rispoli aboard to ride. He's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. He's an improving horse, getting better with each start. And Vladimir Serin's done a terrific job with this horse, Ralph. He spaces his races, he gives them time, and he's most effective when he has time between races. And that's the case today for number 3, Oviatt Class, in today's 8th race out at Santa Anita.
Hey, when you get a 5-horse field and you're not on the 3 to 5 shot, it's always good value, especially if you're using that particular horse to get from one race to another in a multi-race pool, that's for sure. So in the 8th race, you like number 3, Oviatt Class. The 3 in the 8th race, Jonathan's pick at Santa Anita. Remember, Jonathan, and I counted them, 4 sheets today. Oaklawn, you've got Aqueduct, you got Santa Anita, and you got Gulfstream today. You're working hard, my man. I want to wish you and the better half of your entry a very happy New Year. Stay safe, enjoy, and you're not getting off tomorrow, so we'll be back tomorrow.
I'll see you next year, Ralph.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Safe, be well, and happy, healthy New Year to all the listeners as well.
Yes, thank you very much, Jonathan. All right, Jonathan's done his yearly duty for us. Now it's time to go to Rich Eng, and we'll do that right after this break, so don't go away. South Point Studio, hit subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a Happy New Year again and again and again. We'll be right back.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Born from the tragedy.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas on this final day of 2023. A lot of racing out there and a lot of sports, especially football, NFL, and the bowl season continues with college. But, as we get closer to New Year's Day, as we will tomorrow, the college games and the bowl games are getting tougher and tougher because the higher-ranked teams in the nation are squaring off against each other. And, of course, the college football playoffs tomorrow, that as well. We're going to go to Rich Eng right now, and I got to tell you, folks, on Thursday, Richie gave us a winner in Arizona. On Friday, Richie came with a winner in Memphis. And yesterday, Richie had Mississippi beating Penn State. You're 3 for 3 now, Richie, and going for more, buddy. Good morning.
Yeah, you left out a couple of games. On Thursday, you gave out the Cleveland Browns over the New York Jets in the pro football. And anyway, yeah, we're going pretty good, Ralph. And here's a word to the wise. There's no college today. But if you take a look at the results over the last couple of days with the SEC, Missouri beat Ohio State. Mississippi, a game we gave out on the radio, beat Penn State. And Georgia beat up on Florida State. I really think if bettors take a look at that trend with the SEC power, I think Alabama is going to take some money today and tomorrow. So if you like Alabama, you should bet now at the +2. If you like Michigan State, you should probably wait and maybe get a better number on Michigan State. Michigan, not Michigan State.
All right. Now we got you on the screen there, Richie. Yes, when I was talking about 3 in a row, I meant for the college football. And
okay.
You're doing well there. No college football today because the NFL has their full slate, or mostly a full slate of games. There's a couple of games out there that mean something to somebody in the NFL. So, what do you see? What do you see in the NFL? By the way, you want to tell me that call last night in the game? I mean, really, between Detroit and Cowboys. I don't know if people saw the game or not, but the Lions came down the field, got a touchdown. We're 1 point behind the Cowboys at the time. Their coach, as he's done all year long, is a risk taker. So he said, we're going to go for two and end the game right now. Either we're going to win or we're going to lose. They got the 2 points, and then they said the person who caught the catch in the end zone did not report, and he went nuts.
Yeah, and and even before that, Ralph, I was really upset with the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff. Two things. One, even Troy Aikman talked about it, the fact that Dallas had the ball deep in Lions territory. They were trying to run out the clock and kick a field goal, and instead they kept throwing the ball. And Troy Aikman, an incomplete pass stopped the clock. While if he had run the ball, it would have taken 40 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
So, which meant the Lions would have got the ball back with a minute instead of a minute 40. And then the Dallas defense, which has been playing great the whole game with man-to-man coverage and the two safeties back, they went to a soft zone, and Detroit went right down the field and eventually scored. And the play you talked about, Ralph, that was head-shaking. The Lions, a brilliant play.
Mm-hmm.
And everything I read this morning was that the tackle said he did declare himself eligible with the referees.
I got to tell you, that what you're talking about playing soft is what they normally call prevent defense, but it doesn't prevent much of anything.
It prevents you from winning.
Yeah. All right, Rich, we're going to cut to the chase. We got NFL. It's week number 17 in the NFL, and we got anything going there?
Yeah, we got two games today, Ralph. It's an interesting slate. The first game is 109-110. Atlanta Falcons against the Chicago Bears. I like the Bears at minus 3.5. The game's at Soldier Field outdoors. The weather should actually be okay, but still, when you take a dome team like the Falcons and put them outside in the winter, it's a lot tougher for them. And the Bears are playing great, actually. Their coach now has an extension. They're going to bring him back. Fields is playing some of the best football of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bears have not given up on the season. I like them 110. The other game is 111-112. Tennessee against the Houston Texans. Texans have everything to play for. C.J. Stroud, after missing the last two games, will be back at quarterback. And I think he'll provide a tremendous boost for the Texans. They're -4. Let's go with 112, the Houston Texans.
All right. Bet number 110, Chicago Bears. Bet number 112, Houston Texans. In week 17 of the NFL. Time to get a pick from you, Richie. Boy, that pick you gave last night was right on the dance floor right to the end, but got out-photoed for second and third. For first and second, ran third, but he was very close and live. What are we doing today?
Well, one of the keys for us handicappers, Ralph, is to try to give it a live horse. And if the horse runs and, it's a coin flip or a head bob, sometimes you can't predict that. Let's go to the first race, Santa Anita Mile on the grass, Ralph. The number one, Giovannizo, just got claimed by Peter Urton off a wire-to-wire win. Looks like Lone Speed again, even increasing moving up the class ladder. But let's play Catch Me If You Can. Number one, Giovannizo, wire-to-wire, race one at Santa Anita.
Well, Antonio Fresu is riding that horse, and he employed that as a winning tactic in the stake race yesterday on the turf, so I'm pretty sure he knows how to negotiate that. So in the first race, 12 high noon, folks, 12 high noon, first post at Santa Anita. You like the one, Giovannizo, the one horse in the opener at Santa Anita. Rich Eng's full selections for Santa Anita available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Richie, we'll talk to you next year, like about tomorrow. So have a happy New Year, you and, of course, your wife and everybody else in your family. Just have a happy New Year and enjoy yourself.
Hey, same to you, Ralph, and all the listeners. Happy New Year. We're going to turn the page to 2024. Hard to believe.
All right. You got to say hi to Sandy for me. And we will be right back with our final segment with John and Jerry right after this. Don't go away. We continue to roll on this New Year's Eve.
Born from the tragedy of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to helping our nation's heroes and their families in their darkest hours. When a first responder or veteran doesn't return home and leaves behind a young family, Tunnel to Towers supports them. The foundation pays off their mortgages and lifts their financial burdens through their Gold Star Family Home Program and Fallen First Responder Home Program. Through their Smart Home Program, catastrophically injured veterans and first responders regain their independence with a mortgage-free home, specially adapted to meet their unique physical needs. Tunnel to Towers also provides housing assistance and services to our nation's homeless veterans through their Homeless Veteran Program. They are helping more than 2,000 in 2023 because no veteran should be living on the streets of the country they signed up to protect. Join Tunnel to Towers on its mission to do good and never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices made by our nation's heroes. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T2T.org.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, time to wrap this show up for this year and today for you. And don't forget, we'll be back here tomorrow. We now go to John Lindo standing by in Southern California. John, all of those warnings were for naught.
That's how we do it in Southern California these days, Ralph.
Wow.
And you never know what's going to happen. And, we updated as quick as we could throughout the show, but I'm glad we got the race card in, and I'm glad we stayed on the turf yesterday.
Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good day yesterday. I mean, it looked fine, the racetrack and the turf course.
It was fine, and the track was fair, and it played good. And, the thing that kills me, Ralph, we had racing there yesterday. The surface was good. No training on the main track today. There was no rain last night.
What's up with that? If you're going to race on the track, can't you train on it as long as there's no rain or anything in between?
No. The CHRB regulations, when you close the track one day, the next day you can only jog and, do light work. So, again, the horses don't get a chance to work today, and it might put some horses behind trying to get to next race. The race is next week.
All right, a couple of quick things. Lindo report, of course, here at the South Point for today will be for tomorrow, the special New Year's Day racing program at Santa Anita. Tomorrow's first post time is 12 noon as well?
Yeah, noon today, noon tomorrow.
All right, what about Defunded? I see, what's happening with that horse? I understand he's leaving America?
Yeah. He was a Grade 1 winner for Bob Baffert, and Bob Baffert trains for a Saudi Arabian interests as Sedan Racing, but Defender was sold to some different Saudi interests. Mm-hmm. He's already left California. He's on his way to Saudi Arabia, where he will be pointed for the Saudi Cup. So we were wondering why he did not show up in the San Antonio, and that's the reason.
All righty. Well, maybe he'll go on the Saudi Cup for $10 million then, huh?
20 million.
Oh, it's $20 million now. All right.
Yes.
But the winner doesn't get all the 20 million. They get about 10, 12 million, right?
Yeah, I'm going to assume 55 or 60%, right?
All right. Today we've got a great racing card, good competitive racing. The Lady of Shamrock is the feature on the day. John, your horse that you gave out yesterday, Get the Gold, was solid winner under Giovanni Franco.
Yeah, Gio won 2 in a row, and he looked loaded all the way around and waited patiently, split horses. And, he's a sneaky good rider that will offer value when you get a chance on a live horse.
Yeah, he's almost like the James Graham is back in the fairgrounds. You're always going to get a decent price and a good rider.
Yeah, and I like him. He comes out and he'll work your horses in the morning. He's a nice guy, and I'm glad to see him doing well to start the meet.
All right, John. Well, we do have 9 races today. What are we looking at?
Let's go down to the ninth and final, Ralph. We'll try and end the year with a winner. In the ninth race today, number 7, Stagger Lee, has had 2 sprint preps. He has looked like a router all along. He stretches out today for trainer Steve Miotti. I just think he's going to – this is what the horse wants to do. You have Kazushi Kimura trying to get off the duck here to get started at Santa Anita. He gets a live mount here. 7-2 in the program. Number 7, Stagger Lee, ninth and final to end the year at Santa Anita.
All right, in the ninth and final race, number 7, Stagger Lee. Of course, us old guys remember the song Stagger Lee, so I would imagine that's probably what the horse was named after. In the ninth race, the 7, Stagger Lee, your selection for the race day listeners, and of course, we'll end the year and the day with a winner in the ninth and final race. Want to remind everybody that John Lindo's Lindo Report, comprehensive as it is, covering all the races with selections each and every Southern California racing day and selected other tracks on off California racing days. Available here at the South Point. It also gives you a suggested late pick 4. It's all on one sheet. It's comprehensive. It's here, free of charge, complimentary at the South Point Racebook, only here at the South Point Racebook, because they love horse players, that's for sure. And, John, I understand that the Blood Horse has assembled a panel of about 30. Yeah, I see you smiling. Executives from around the country, executives of racetracks, and trying to talk about marketing.
Well, I'll give them my number. We could do a little work to help them.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, I'm tired of committees. Let's get some work done. Let's get this stuff moving.
Yeah, I bet you if they had a panel of horse players together, they can solve a lot of their problems and get more people in there. Like, how about not running races over each other so players can play each and every one of those races and enjoy the race itself? How about that?
Well, it's nice to promote the bow ties and the pretty hats and everything else. But you know what? This is a place you can go and you can come out of there with more money than you walked into. Maybe we ought to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, how about that? You know, a lot of friends say, that you play the races, etc. I said, well, I don't golf, and, you spend a good $200 on a good day of golf out there. I'll take that $200 and see if I can run it up to 4.
Well, we've done that for a lot of years, Ralphie.
Yes, we sure have, John. And by the way, buddy, we got to get you back in this studio real soon. How about that? Make that.
How about next weekend?
You got it. You come here next weekend. You'll be right here and sit with us next weekend. How about that?
I'll get out there and I'll be with you in the studio on Friday. How's that?
All right. Maybe a Saturday or Sunday too?
Yeah, we'll probably work out the weekend.
All right. Yeah. There we go. John Lindo will be with us in studio next week. Hey, thanks a lot, John. But you could take the rest of the year off. But remember, you're back with us tomorrow.
So kind of you to give me the rest of the time. Be safe tonight. Out there, it can be a little dicey, so have some fun, and we'll talk to you in the morning.
Oh, it'll be a great night out, and I'll be watching it from my balcony, that's for sure. Far, far away from all the confusion, but a great night's going to be here in Las Vegas. Happy New Year to you, and, of course, that better half of the entry with you and your entire family.
And my wife, Anella, sends her greetings to you guys as well. Happy New Year, Ralph.
All right, you got it, my man. All right, now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz to wrap up this show for this year. Jerry, good morning. Look at this. Good morning. You've got a Raiders hat on and a Giants sweatshirt on. You're confused.
I've been wearing it for 65 years. I'm going to, or something like it. So.
All right, Jerry, well,
the Raiders hat is fairly new. The Raiders are fairly new. It's taken a while to get to.
I got to tell you
I'm so psyched buying them.
That's okay. You're a fan, and I like that. As long as you don't bet on these teams week in and week out, you're fine. But if you're betting on your selections, people are having a great time because you are hot. You had another 2 winners yesterday at Santa Anita. You had a winner in Del Mar, Jerry, who won at Santa Anita, Jerry, by the way. And in the 7th race yesterday, Aqueduct, a nice winner in Chasing Daylight, and they were chasing him to the wire. So a couple of nice picks, and you've been on a roll, buddy. So I'm letting you go for it, buddy.
Okay. And, I just want to remind people, I'm not giving you these horses as keys and pick 3s. I'm giving them to make good win or win place type bets right there. And if you win and you like something in the next race or the next race, you can parlay it with your own money. You don't have to get involved in keying singles and stuff like that.
However, Jerry, it's nice to know that if a guy does have opinions on either side of that race in a pick 3 or a pick 4 or whatever, they can single that, and that's just like a win bet, and it means something because you can get
Oh,
you shop
absolutely.
around on
Yeah.
either side. Yeah.
Well, the one thing is, a lot of people start to look for singles and try and manufacture singles, and
Right.
That's what I don't want them to do.
Okay, you got it. Let's not manufacture singles. Let's just manufacture winners. Go ahead.
Right. Let's go to the sixth race at Aqueduct today. Number 7, American Monarch, really pops out at me for Billy Mott. American Monarch came back off a long layoff and ran a terrific race against really nice group. He might be catching a tad easier group here today and second off the shelf. And I would expect him to be fitter and faster today. I like the 7 an awful lot in race number 6. 9-2 is way high. I'll go down to 2-1, 5-2 on this horse. I'll take the 7 over the 1, 2, 5, and 6. Do my reverses 1, 2, 5, and 6. I'm going to put the most money on the 5, so it'll be 7-5.
Well,
you
can't do that because that horse is scratched.
Well, never mind.
Well, never mind. That's right. Okay. You like the 7 American Monarch over now numbers 1, 2, and 6. 7 over 1, 2, 6. The 5 is scratched. And want to remind everybody, Jose Lezcano is on this horse. Now, remember, Jose Lezcano has been first riding for Linda Rice. She has a horse in this race that he is not riding. Instead, Carmouche.
Right. Well, he's ridden American Monarch many times.
Yeah.
This is he's got a claw on this horse.
Yeah, but it's noted for that change there.
Right.
Now you said you were going to double up a bet with the 5. Are you doubling up a bet now with him scratched with any other yearling ups?
I'm going to probably look at the biggest price for the more money.
For the extra little bang.
Sometimes it's just value that makes me bet, exchange it. So.
Okay, so in other words, out of the 3 link ups that are left with this horse, you're looking for maybe the best price out of it to do an extra bang with them, right?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Dutro has 2 horses. I have the 1 and the 2 in there. Maybe I'd put a little more on the 1. I don't know.
Okay, so in the 6th race, again, number 7, American Monarch is the key. The link ups are 1, 2, and 6 and reverse. That's in the 6th race today at Aqueduct. Got to tell you now, you gave us the 6th race. Jonathan Hardoon came with a big opinion in the 8th race, the Queens County. And Jonathan's official pick was in the 9th race at Aqueduct. So if I did single in the late pick 4, and that'll cost, I believe, about $9, $10. Actually, it'll cost.
Yeah, that's a great bet.
It'll cost about $4.50 at 50 cents away. That might be a good bet.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent bet. That's not looking for a single. You've got 3 plays, but I'd much rather you make sure you get good bets on each one of them if they turn out to have the right value.
All right, let's go to Santa Anita.
Let's go to the first race. Flavia 6 horse 5-2 looks 4-5 to me. That's value. Baltus is coming back from his suspension. His horses are coming back to him. This horse was in really pretty good shape, and it's just faster than everybody. I expect that he'll be able to run another decent race. If he does, he should be down the road. The 6 over the 1, 4, 7 reverses. I'm just to break even. I think the 6 lays over these.
All right, now I want to remind everybody that Richard Baltus is coming back from that long suspension he had. He has 2 horses in the race, the 6 and the 7. And in the first race, you like the 6, Flavius. The 6 is your key over 1, 4, and 7 and reverse. And we got a ding, 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 ding Siraco play because Rich Eng came in that race with a pick earlier in the 1 horse. So the Siraco play is the 1-6 over 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. But the 1-6 is the exacta box in the Siraco play there. Jerry has the 6.
Yeah, my play is just the 6 over the 1, 4, 7, Ralph.
Yeah, the 6 over 1, 4, 7. No reverse?
Yes, reverse.
Okay, all right.
No 2 horse. I didn't. Yeah, I thought you threw in the 2. I wasn't.
I'm sorry. I might have done that. It's 6 over 1, 4, 7. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Listen. The power pages for both Santa Anita and Aqueduct available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. As we wrap up the show, everybody here at Race Day wants to see you here tomorrow. So enjoy yourself tonight. Enjoy the moment. Reflect. Have a great time. Watch the fireworks, etc. If you're going to do any partaking in any libations, make sure you do it in a sensible way. And I want to just say Happy New Year to everybody out there. We really appreciate you out there. Just stay safe and enjoy. Jerry, Happy New Year to you and Bobby as well.
You too, Ralph.
All right.
And Trina.
Yeah, everything's a go for tonight. The fireworks are on, and Jerry has one more thing to say. Go ahead and say it, Jerry, quickly.
Have a great race day, everybody.